Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today we're going to talk about my end of year TBR. This is not the end of the year book tag. This is literally books that I have sitting in my bedroom that I am going to be concentrating on for the rest of the year. Now, if you just saw my life update, I am now working outside the home. I am working at Barnes & Noble. Therefore, my reading time has decreased big time. I'm only working part-time, but it definitely has made a difference in the amount of time that I have to dedicate to reading. So I'm around a lot of books all the time and not reading a lot of books at the same time. So I've had to really take a look at what I was working on for the rest of the year and make some drastic decisions, kind of cutting my TBR almost in half, basically, is what I did. And the first thing that I did was I let go of Historathon. I will not be doing Historathon anymore for the month of November because I just can't read everything. So I knew I had to let something go, and that was the one that was easiest just to let go. So I do have a stack here, though, that I do plan to work on for the rest of the year. I'm not planning to add anything else. And I will show you, I kind of have a little bit of categories going on. So I have what I'm currently reading, my 5-star predictions, my fall TBR books that I still have, a book for a video, and some books for work, actually. Okay, so let's talk about what I'm currently reading. I'm actually reading a book on my Kindle. I am reading About a Vampire. That is by Lindsay Sands. That is book number 22 in this vampire series that I have been reading for a very long time and really enjoying. It's been a very long time since I have read a book from this series, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to pick this back up because I do really enjoy it. I can usually get through them quickly. Right now, I'm not reading it very quickly because of time constraints, but it was very easy for me to get back into it. So I didn't feel like I was lost, or, each book kind of follows a different person in this vampire community that this series is following. So all the customs and all of the occurrences and situations are kind of just coming back to me pretty quickly as I'm reading through this book. So I think I'm about 30% through it right now. So I'm just going to work on it slowly. It's fine. I'm not trying to speed my way through it, but it's fun. So I'm currently reading that. I am also currently reading Assassin's Apprentice. This is by Robin Hobb. This is the first book in her Realm of the Elderlings huge world series. There are multiple trilogies and a quartet involved in this world. This is the first trilogy, and this is the first book in that trilogy. So this is like the very beginning. And this is a reread for me. I read this in 2016. However, I was at Disney World at the time, and I don't know why I thought taking a complex fantasy book with me to Disney World was a good idea. It was not, because I do not remember a thing because my brain was broken. So I'm reading this for the second time, but I'm reading it for the first time. I do not remember what happened in this book. So I'm enjoying it. I'm really glad that this is almost like a first-time experience for me. I'm 78 pages in right now. It is going very slowly for me just because of time constraints. I'm, not speeding through it by any means, but I am buddy reading this with my friend Brittany, and so we're both enjoying it for sure. She's just definitely ahead of me, but I'm making my way slowly but surely through this one. And I also have The Heart's Invisible Furies by John Boyne still sitting on my nightstand. Again, I'm 46 pages in, you guys. I just haven't picked it back up since I started it. I definitely want to, because I just love the writing in here. It's absolutely beautiful. So I do plan to start slowly making my way through it again. But I think this is one that is going to just take me a long time, which I'm totally fine with. And so I'm not DNFing it. I'm actually going to keep it on my nightstand to actively try to pick up. But I definitely will be trying to work it in here and there. Okay, so that is what I'm currently reading. So for my 5-star predictions, I am planning to read The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon. I'm going to be reading this in December with my friend Audrey from Chapter and Converse. And we're going to read this then. So this will be coming up here in the month of December. I'm also going to be reading The Chestnut Man. This is by Soren Svestrup, and I'm going to be reading this with Deanne, who is one of my subscribers, so I'm very excited to read this with her. And this is kind of a chunky boy, but we're going to read this in the month of November as well. And one more book that I'm actually going to be starting today, so I will be currently reading this one, and that is The Gown by Jennifer Robson. I'm going to be reading this one with Linda, so very excited to do that. I'm very excited for this one, and I've heard really, really good things about this. A lot of people, when they saw it on my TBR, were really excited that I was going to read it and thought that I would love it. So yeah. Okay, so The Gown is a really good transition into my fall TBR books that I still have, because that was on my fall TBR, as well as being a 5-star prediction. And I have 2 other books that were on my fall TBR that I wanted to go ahead and see if I can get read. First one is Wildwood. This is by Colin Malloy, and this is a middle grade book. It is pretty chunky, but it's, as you can see, it's like a smaller size, and the pages are pretty, like, the margins are pretty decent. Double spaced, all that good stuff. So I think this one could actually go pretty quickly once I pick it up. But this is definitely on my fall TBR as well. And one more on my fall TBR is Killers of a Certain Age. This is by Deanna Rayborn. I actually had this checked out on audio for my library. However, I let it lapse because I just didn't have time. I was in the middle of other things, and I was like, I'm just not going to have time to concentrate on it. So hopefully I can get that back and read this one as well. I really definitely want to make sure I try to get to this one. But this one is on my fall TBR too. And my fall TBR books are more like, if I can get to them, that'd be great, but they're not, it's not like I have to, but they'll sit there and see if I can pick them up. And then the one for a video is my latest one in my, I was so excited, book haul, Revisit, and that is Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. This is House of Earth and Blood, the first book in her Crescent City series. Big boy. She is thick. But I don't have any doubt that I'll fly through this once I pick it up, because I really truly feel like this is going to be amazing. So yeah, we'll see. I do plan to get to it before the end of the year, at least start it, like definitely start it for sure. Hopefully finish it. That would be really nice, but it's sitting there. Okay. And I have 3 books here that I would like to pick up for work. Now, do I have to read books for work? No, I am not required to read anything for work. But obviously, if someone comes in and they need a suggestion, it'd be nice to have that knowledge of what these books are about and know who I can recommend them to, and be able to speak to the books that are being featured in the store. So we get to know a little bit ahead of time what books are going to be featured. We get to find out what the book club books are going to be, and, you know, what the Barnes & Noble company as a whole has picked to highlight for each month. We get a little bit of a heads up, not a ton, and we don't share it, so don't ask me. But these 3 books are featured in November, and they are in different categories and different age ranges as well too. And I'm going to make an actual effort every month that if I own the book already, to go ahead and try to read it. So I just happen to have 3 of these books of the 6 that are featured. And actually there were 6 that were featured, and I had 2 of those, and then I had one of the, I have the Young Adult Book Club pick for the month of November as well. So that's on here too. Okay, so one of them that was featured is a middle grade, and that is The Forgotten Five, The Map of Flames, which is the first book in the Forgotten Five series by Lisa McMahon. And I got this from the publisher because the second book just came out. So they are featuring the first one in this series to kind of hype up the second book release as well. And so since I have it, I thought it would be awesome to go ahead and get that one read. Another one that is being featured, this is the thriller one, and that is The Appeal by Janice Hallett. And this is being featured because the paperback just got released in the US. So that is something that is being featured at the store. And I do have an arc of when it first came out that I haven't read yet. So I thought it would be nice to go ahead and read this one too. And this one is told in transcripts and emails and text messages and phone conversations and all that kind of stuff. So I think that once I actually get into this, it can go pretty quickly. And yeah. And then the young adult book club pick for the month of November that just came out on November 1st. And I was able to get a copy from the publisher for this book. So I was really happy about that. And that is The Luminaries. This is by Susan Dennard. And I am very excited to read this book. And I am obsessed with this cover. It is so gorgeous, you guys. I absolutely love it. And so since this is being featured as the young adult book club pick, I thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and get this read as well. So that way I can recommend it, or at least be able to talk about what it is. And like I said, workbooks are not required. It would just be nice if I could. So if I don't, it's fine. But I would like to. I'd like to do a lot, but we all know how that works out. Okay, so that's 12 books that I have sitting here for the rest of the year. I do not know what December's books for the store are going to be yet. So when those come out, I'll see if I have them. If I do, I might try to feature them or add them to my pile. If I don't have them, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to be buying books in order to read them for the store unless it's something I'm already anticipating or, you know, something like that. Or if I already plan to buy it anyway, that would be great. But yeah, so I'm not going to go out of my way or jump over hurdles or go into debt to read the books that are featured. But if I just happen to already have them or happen to already want them, then I'll probably try to make this a priority. So we'll see how it all goes. We'll see. Okay, so that is it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what I should prioritize. Obviously, my 5-star predictions are going to be coming up first because projects. But yeah, let me know about all the other stuff. Let me know what I should definitely get to. And I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.